Hey everyone, I'm Big John and welcome to another episode of the Disability Show. This week coming to you from a hotel in Connecticut. So, this week I want to talk to you about some rainy day tips. Another thing that we always like to discuss here on the channel. So, we all know that not every day at Disney is a sunny one. In fact, you should always make sure you have a raincoat or a poncho or two, or 30 if you're my mother, in your backpack. And always make sure you dress accordingly, because you never know when Mother Nature is going to be in a stinky mood. But there are a lot of places in the parks where you can duck in to get away from the rain. A lot of the indoor attractions, the shops. If you're at Epcot, there'll be tons of places for you to go inside and get away from the rain, because mostly everything's inside. Because no entertainment will be out if there's raining, except you're watching the Rainy Day Cavalcade or Magic Kingdom. But yeah, always make sure you prepare for when the rain's gonna strike. And try to stay dry. So anyway, that's my tip. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. Alright. So, it is the Christmas season. And this week, I want to talk to you. There are some great. Disney has made some amazing Christmas specials over the years. So this week, we're going to tackle the top 5 Disney Christmas specials. All right, so number 5 is Mickey's Magical Christmas Snowed In at the House of Mouse. This is the film that introduced House of Mouse to me, and it is so great. A whole bunch of classic Disney cartoons in one spectacular movie. House of Mouse, of course, is classic. I still don't know why it's on Disney Plus yet. Disney, please put it on Disney Plus. But yeah. And also a great song at the end, Best Christmas of All. Look it up on YouTube. It is one of the most beautiful Disney Christmas songs, like, ever. Alright, number 4, Prep and Landing. Now, Prep and Landing, of course, is one of those instant classics that Disney has made, where it's very unique. It shows how elves help Santa get ready for the houses that he visits, and it really makes sense if you're a little kid, or a big kid in my case. But yeah, it has action, it has comedy, it has reindeers almost throwing up. What more could you possibly want? Number 3, Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. I believe this was the very first film Disney had done which features Mickey and his friends in 3D form. I think PhilharMagic was the test before Twice Upon a Christmas. And it has 5 great segments, including another one of my favorite Disney holiday songs, Make Me Look Good. I'm sorry, I had to. And it's one of those movies that gets attached to you. You know what I mean? Of course you do. Number 2, another classic Disney Christmas thing, which was also featured in Snowed In at the House of Mouse, and that is Mickey's Christmas Carol. This features, of course, Mickey as Cratchit, Scrooge McDuck as, well, Scrooge, and it has a very interesting take on the story of A Christmas Carol. It introduces kids to the classic A Christmas Carol through Disney characters, which, what more could you possibly want? And I love Muppet Christmas Carol too, but I think those are both pretty much tied at number 2. But my number 1 Disney Christmas special, Winnie the Pooh and Christmas 2. Now this is one of my favorite things. I grew up with Winnie the Pooh, so it has comedy, it has a bit of like drama, like when Pooh loses the letter, and it's just a very funny and cute little story of how they celebrate Christmas in the 100-Acre Wood. So anyway, let me know in the comments what your favorite Disney Christmas special is. And speaking of Christmas specials, it's time to find out which ones you can be on the lookout for this week on this week's Christmas Special Roundup. So, we have The First Christmas, the story of the first Christmas snow, a Rankin Bass classic, on AMC today at 7:45 a.m., followed by Rankin Bass's Jack Frost on AMC at 8:15 a.m. Over on Freeform, we have the Rankin Bass classic, The Little Drummer Boy, at 9:05 a.m. Back on AMC, we have Rankin Bass's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas at 9:30 a.m., followed by Frosty's Winter Wonderland at 10. Back on Freeform, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas at 11:40 a.m., followed by, of course, our number 3, Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas at 1:10 p.m., followed by Toy Story That Time Forgot at 2:40 p.m. We have a Christmas on Division Street on BYU TV at 5 p.m. And also on BYU TV, we have A Very Corgi Christmas at 8 p.m. and again at 11:05 p.m. if you're going to want to stay up that late. And over on TBS at 8, we have the classic 1966 version of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now tomorrow on the 12th, okay, alright, before we get going, I should mention that these are the Eastern times for these specials. If you don't live in the Eastern time zone, please check your local listings. Now tomorrow on the 12th, we have, we have Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol on Freeform at 3:10 p.m., followed by The Santa Claus at 5:15 p.m. We have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on AMC at 7 p.m. Back on Freeform, we have The Santa Claus 2 at 7:25 p.m. On Monday, the 13th, we have another one of my favorite Disney holiday shows, Decorating Disney Holiday Magic on Freeform at 10:30 a.m., followed by The Santa Claus at 11:30 a.m., followed by The Santa Claus 2 at 1:30 p.m. Over on AMC, we have Frosty's Winter Wonderland at 3:45 p.m. Back on Freeform's, The Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause at 4 p.m. Back on AMC, we have Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July at 4:15 p.m. Back on Freeform, you're feeling a pattern here? Home Alone at 6. And back on AMC will be The Polar Express at 8. On Tuesday the 14th, we have Frosty's Winter Wonderland on AMC at 11:15 a.m., followed by Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July at 11:45 a.m., followed by The Year Without a Santa Claus at 2:15 p.m. followed by Merry Madagascar at 3:30 p.m., followed by The Polar Express at 6. Over on Freeform, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York will also be at 6. Back on AMC, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 8. On Wednesday the 15th, we have the Santa Claus. We have The Miracle Maker on BYU TV at 1 p.m. The Santa Claus on Freeform at 1:35 p.m. Followed by The Santa Claus 2 at 3:45, and of course The Santa Claus 3: The Escape Clause at 6:15. Followed by Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas at 8:20. On Thursday the 16th, we have a Rudolph's Shiny New Year on AMC at 11:45 a.m. A Very Corgi Christmas on BYU TV at 1 p.m. Jim Carrey's the classic How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1966 version, not Jim Carrey, on Freeform at 3:30 p.m. Followed by, then at 6 on Freeform, we have Home Alone. Then we have Christmas Angel on BYU TV at 7. And National Lampoon Christmas Vacation at 6, and again at 10:15. And finally, on Friday the 17th, we have Home Alone at noon on Freeform. We have Christmas for $1 on BYU TV at 1 p.m. Back on Freeform, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York at 2:30. We have followed by the Santa Claus at 5:10 p.m. Followed by the Santa Claus 2 at 7:20. And back on AMC, the Polar Express at 8. And that is this week's Christmas special roundup. Let me know in the comments what special you'll be looking forward to catching this week. And that's this week's show. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. Now, for this week's shout-outs, make sure you check out my friend Beth over at Best Disney Adventures. I believe in one of her groups she said she might be doing a Fort Wilderness stream next week. That will be pretty awesome to watch, so make sure you check that out. Also, make sure you check out my friend Mark Valentine, who he hosts the Diz Life podcast. That's a pretty informative and entertaining podcast. Make sure you check that out. Also, make sure you check out my friend Ginger over at Just Ginger. She is, like me, an advocate for people with autism, and she also does Disney content and interviews with great Disney content creators. And also make sure you check out my friend Julie on her Facebook group Dream to Stream. She has 2 live streams coming up next week. Make sure you check those out. And for the latest attraction news, make sure you check out my good friends over at Attractions Magazine. And if you haven't subscribed to the Big John Network yet, what in the Walt Disney world are you waiting for? So make sure you subscribe right here to the Big John Network on YouTube and ding that bell for notifications so that you never miss a second of the action. And until next time, have a zippity-doo-dah day.